There was this moment last year when I was walking home from work. I stopped in the middle of the street and looked up just in time to see this green light straight ahead in the road. I've seen it many times before, and it always stops me in my tracks, which is kind of an odd effect for a green light to have on a person. But I know I'm not alone in this experience of hesitation. I've worked with hundreds of women over the years and have heard their stories. So often when I'm working with one of my clients, I'll hear myself say, "You've got nothing but green lights," which tells me she's so much more powerful than she realizes. Or maybe it's her power that gives her that hesitation, holding herself back from making her move and allowing the force of nature inside her to rise up and take center stage. But so often what she's looking for, the answers, the validation, the ability to see the way forward, is hidden in the darkness, not in the light of day. There are these moments that we have, though, of remembering, and then they vanish as quickly as they came. We know we have this ability to create as women, and we're incredibly resourceful, but somehow we forget it time and time again. In spiritual circles, this power is often referred to as women's mysteries, but in the leadership realm, it rarely comes up in conversation. Which is exactly why I hesitated so long before finally writing this book. Was I really going to write a book about women leading from the perspective of making art? How was I going to find words to describe what you have to feel or experience firsthand in order to believe? There are these moments we remember we have magic that lives within us, and our wildness is often the greatest gift we bring as women. There are moments we feel our connection to the earth and each other quite deeply and certainly. They often happen when we are moving our bodies out in nature or listening deeply to our own inner voice. Sometimes it's easy to get so caught in the trap of our own thinking going around and around that we forget who we are and what we're capable of. In fact, so many women I know, myself included, feel so very alone so often. It's like an epidemic. But from where I sit, there are many women walking the same path home these days. It's just not talked about openly, or if she does, you might not believe her. Instead, you see her moving boldly and confidently and assume she's fearless. You see her being decisive and going after what she wants, and you call her lucky. You see her clarity and focus, and you imagine it's easy for her. You see her unwavering commitment, and you believe her to know what she's doing. Which Ways is my love letter to those women. This book is about lifting the veil and revealing what happens for that woman when no one is looking. This book isn't a paint-by-number or how-to guide to create the change you want. It's a blowtorch to illuminate the cave we're living in that has precious jewels that have been there all along. It's my fiery missive to the universe to invite more of us to come out from the shadows more fully, more fiercely, and lead from that force of nature source that springs from inside our women's bodies. But I need your help to bring it into the world. Unlike my first book, this one feels like it belongs to more than just me. Every chapter begins with a she story, a quote from a woman who might as well be you. The women who inspired each of these are anonymous and have given me their stories as a gift to share with you. But try telling that to many of my early readers. Each one of them thinks it's her. This is our book. I am just its midwife, but our collective stories are its lifeblood. The manuscript is written, but there is much editing, proofing, designing, and packaging to be done before it reaches your shores, and all that comes at a cost. I have an amazing team lined up to support me with this, and I'm hoping you'll consider being a part of it. I'm so grateful to you for all the incredible enthusiasm, encouragement, and belief in me and this book in particular. I could not and cannot do it without you. Thank you.